In this lecture, we discuss the introduction of C language, describing the basic data types, creating variable and constant and input-output. C is a structuring programming language. It is considered as high-level language because it allows the programmer to concentrate on the problems at hand and not worry about the machine that the program will be using. That is another reason why it is used by the software developer whose application have to run on the many different platform. Now we have to discuss the structure of C program, the example of the first C program, and the in every C programming, first we mention the preprocessor directory, then the global declaration, then the main body, and outside of the main we declare the function that is required for the user. This is the greeting example. First we mention the preprocessor directory, that is stdio.h. Then we mention in the main body hello world. Next, the greeting of the program. The greeting of the program. This program demonstrates the some component of the simple C program. Next, the C types. There are four types of C. First one is void, second one is integral, third one is floating point and derived data type. Then integral type again divided into three types: boolean, character, integer, and floating point is divided into real, imaginary and complex. Then the identifier, one of the feature present in the all computer language is the identifier. Identifier allows us to name the data and other object in the program. Each identified object in the computer is stored in the address. The rules of the identifier: identifier cannot have the duplicate keyword, it cannot have the alphabetical character or underscore, it do not have any digit, and the first 63 character of an identifier are the an identifier must start with the letter or underscore, but it may not have the space hyphen. It is C is the case language. This is the example of valid and invalid. Then the C types are the void, integral, and floating point, as we have discussed. Then the data types, again there are four data types in the C language: void, integral, floating point, and direct types. This is the character. This is the integer, and this is the size of the memory representation of the. Then this is the typical integer size and the value for the size. Then this is the summary for type: void, integral, and floating point. How the in the C we have to implementation. This shows in this figure. Then the variable are named memory location that have a type such as integer or character, which is inherited from their type. This type determines the value that a variable may contain and the operation that may be used with its value. Then the variable initialization. This program shows the variable. This example shows the variable declaration and diff. This is the variable initial. When a variable is defined, it is not initialized. We must initialize any variable requiring prescribed data when start. This is the example of the sum of the three numbers. In this example, in the main body, we have mentioned the three variables, and for storing sum of the three number, we declare the variable. Then first we take the three numbers from user by using printf statement, and it is read by using scanf statement, and actually the sum of three number we store in the sum, and then we display the output of the sum of three numbers shows in this. Constant are the data values that cannot be changed during the execution of the program. Like variable, constant have a type. In this section we have discussed the boolean, character, integer, real, complex and string variable. A character constant is enclosed in the this is the symbolic names for the control character. Slash 0 represents null character, slash a alert, slash b backspace, slash t horizontal tab, slash n new line, slash v vertical tab. slash f form field slash r carriage return slash single quote slash with single quote double quote and double slash is for this. Figure shows the example of this example shows the some of the string we represent in the double quote. For example, hello world we represent in the double quote. Null character represents slash 0 or in the single then the memory constant for declaration constant value we mention hash define pi. Pi value is the constant that is 3.1.